Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tuesday afternoon hangout. I'm just working on my CR10. I've got a problem with my. Just put a new easy board light in here, and it's random. I went to heat up the hot end just to do some tests, and it's randomly rebooting itself, turning itself off. The hot end wasn't getting hot, or the bed wasn't getting hot. It's taken forever to go a couple degrees, so I probably got a wiring problem. I had a cable extension kit on it, which is a big cobweb of cables here that I didn't need, so I took all that off. And I'm just going to check my aircraft connector and all the solder joints on it and see what I got going on. So it's just trying to minimize the mess and figure out where the problem is. Because in the past, the printers always worked fine until I moved it from under a shelf onto a table. I put in a big TreeTech board, couldn't get the firmware compiled. And I think today on TH3D's live stream, he just got that problem worked out with what was going on with their firmware. Anyway, anybody that's here, how's it going? Hey, cool, 3D Medic Vince, you got my sticker, awesome. I hope you like it. Hey, non-fam, how's it going? I'll put a link down here if anybody wants to drop in. But if not, that's fine too. There it is. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just waiting on payday, waiting on the first to get some funds, my pension to come in. I can go get some groceries and buy a little bit of lumber so I can start my project out back. I see Josh from Alien 3D for the virtual Earth. He's asking different people to send him 10-second clips of you dancing or something that he can show when he's on the virtual Earth. So I made up a clip this morning. I filmed like 4 different songs, and I'm going to dance in a little bit to the music, and my lights are blinking. So I picked one of the clips, crunched it down. I picked out 10-minute section and sent it to him. So that'd be kind of funny to see when that comes around in a few weeks. Yeah, I was going to stream with OBS, but I figured somebody might want to jump in if they're bored, so I went ahead and used StreamYard. So anyway. And I asked that little box behind me named Alexa, I don't want to say her name, but if she would play copyright-free music, and she only found one song. So I could play some music in the background. But I guess I could get something off of YouTube and play it. That way I'm not totally bored. So I usually have it cranked up pretty loud when I'm here in my hobby room doing stuff. So what's everybody working on? Hey, Vince, are you back to work yet, or are you still home? Are you all better? Old Curmudgeon, how's it going? Nice to see you. Old Curmudgeon, I don't think I mailed you one of my stickers, did I? If you want, I can put my email in there if you want me to send you a sticker. And you can have one of my stickers if you want. You don't have to pay for it or nothing. Anybody got anything exciting going on? Get my pliers so I can pull it apart. I know on one of these printers, I had worked on these connectors. I had done something. I forget what it was. I think it was bed wires actually on this connector. I had to resolder them because that's where I'm having the trouble is on heating the bed. I just can't understand why the board's resetting itself. So I went into Octoprint and I went to heat up the printer the other day, and the damn thing reset itself. Like, what the hell? So nothing wrong with the new board. Relax loading flight sim. Well, these unscrew. That's what's wrong. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Relaxing loading flight simulator. Latest update. So nothing exciting here. Well, a non-fan, if you fly over Las Vegas, Nevada, I'll tell you where I live at, and you see my house. I think it's like $120 for the flight sim. I usually buy things like that, but I got a lot of different projects going on. Oh, you ditched Marlin for Clipper? Yeah, I don't know anything about Clipper. Hey, Brandon App, how you doing? Al Jolly, how's it going? Printing a second base, and Mode pyramid. Oh, base mode pyramid. 3D print newbie Mylan. Hello, Jerry. Sorry to be late. What do you got going on? I'm working on a CR10. I put a new easy board light in it from TH3D Studios in both my CR10s. And on one of them, it keeps rebooting on me. It keeps resetting. I went to heat up the bed and it was resetting on me. The screen, everything is going off and it's resetting itself. So I probably got something wrong with one of my wires. If any of you like to jump in and hang out, you're welcome to do so. You don't have to be on camera. You can just be on voice. There's a link there. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see a link. And anybody that's never been on a live stream before, it's a perfect time to try it out, the chat. Talking about pretty much anything hobby related. And those connections are all good. And then if somebody else jumps in, you can read chat while I'm working on this printer too. We can chat and you can read what's going on the screen. It's Thingiverse number, blah, 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 if anyone's interested, okay? Anybody wants to check out what old Curmudgeon is printing, he has the Thingiverse link there. Yeah, I figured why not? If I'm just standing in here going to work on something, why not talk to everybody while I'm doing it? So we'll have a Tuesday afternoon stream. Did anybody see this on Twitter or did you get an email because you're subbed to my channel? I'm on a regular Facebook, my Facebook group, and then on YouTube right now. So if anybody's watching on Facebook, I can check in a minute. You click on that little URL above the video. When you type in chat, it'll see your name. Otherwise, it'll just say Facebook user. Yeah, Devin last night, real late on Twitter, made a comment that she was tearing her bread while making a peanut butter sandwich. So I grabbed my cell phone. I went in the kitchen. I propped it up on a peanut butter jar top, and I made a peanut butter sandwich with butter on it real quick to show her. And then I put it on Twitter. She goes, well, your hand's in the way. I can't see how you did it. Well, actually, my hand was in the way because I was holding the bread. And I put the butter on it and then a blob of peanut butter, not chunky because I can't eat chunky anymore because I don't have many teeth. And I just put a nice thick layer on it, squashed it together, and uploaded it. But I took it down a short time later. Mobile headed home. Oh, YouTube notification said I was live. You should keep to text swearing down. Have I cussed? My favorite word is the F word, but I don't think I've cussed in the stream if that's what you're talking about. I don't think I've said anything at the moment. I know that if you cuss too much, YouTube will demonetize you. But I think you can get away with it occasionally. Well, this end here I've never messed with before. It's got hot glue all over it, so that's a Corality thing, I guess. Solder everything up and then put tons of hot glue so the wires don't break or move around. Well, I got the problem somewhere. Hey, David, how's it going? Dyslexia is a thing for Jerry when reading, I guess. Let's see, what did I read wrong, other than probably half of it? Yeah, I misread things all the time, and I skip over things that I'm reading. Chris Travis, you should run 2 channels, one for getting paid and the other for everything else. That's what Wakaki does. Yeah. The one time when Joe Telling was on, well, Marcel one time gave me $1, and then Joe Telling was on, and he gave me $5, and other people donated. I made around 75. But I feel I have to do really interesting content in order to get people to donate, and someday it'll happen. I'm not going to ask for it, but if people want to donate, that's cool. Help me pay the bills. But no worries. I just put out 3 videos recently. I had a few companies send me some products, and I got to review the Wham Band mat, the Easy Flex plate, and some filament and this and that. And I've contacted a whole bunch of companies about some printers, and I'm not big enough. I'm on YouTube, even though I've got almost 5,000 people on my Facebook group. YouTube, I've only got a little over 1,700, so I guess they're not interested. Creality sent me the Ender 3 V2 though, so we'll see how it goes. I've had one company wanted to send me a return printer off of Amazon. The printer's been around for 3 or 4 years. And I'm like, I don't want to review a used old printer on my channel. Come on. I want to stay current with current stuff to keep people interested and trying to get more people to watch my channel. So I want to stay current with what's currently going on. And lately I've been trailing other streamers. They'll get a product a few months ago, review it, and eventually I might get the same product once in a while. So... But yeah, if I ran a second channel, Chris, I don't know what the other channel would be. I print and I paint, but I'm not a professional painter. I just tinker around here and there. I have my way of doing things. It's not necessarily the right way. It's just the way I do it. I just started a Patreon, which I'm going to have different painting things on. I've got a few short clips on my Patreon. If I should get some people on Patreon, then I'll start putting more content on there every week. 3D Print Lawn, what's going on? Let me put the link in there again, just in case anybody ever wants to pop in. Yeah, Llama, I've got this easy light board in my CR10. And after I turned it on, I went to heat up the hot end, and the damn thing reset itself a couple times. And I just took out all the excess wiring I had. I had an extension kit on it from back in the day that I bought, and just took that off and just got a mess of wires. So I'm trying to figure out what's causing this printer to reset. Something's going on. I've got 2 easy light boards in both CR10s. The other one's fine. This one has an issue. So I'm just checking all my wires and connections. Something's probably broke somewhere, and that's what's causing a problem. Yeah. Yeah, not everybody subbed everybody. That's true. So anyway. And I just recently reviewed, well, I'm not going to say what I recently reviewed, but it was some filament that I didn't like, completely didn't like it. And that company wanted me to do a live stream with them, but I can't do a live stream for that company and say good things about their filament when I didn't like their filament. Part of it was okay. The other type of filament wasn't okay. Yeah, I got a voltmeter. So, do I know how to use it 100% correctly? No. Do I know how to check if a wire's broke one end to the other and it goes beep? Yeah. But typically when I use a voltmeter for checking different voltages, I watch somewhere where it told me what to do or what not to do. Yeah, let me show that comment. We can show that comment. Where'd it go? Where'd the comment go? Yeah, that's not the one I was talking about, but yeah, I've had trouble with Arion. It prints really nice. It's a beautiful filament, but on Arion filament, I got a whole bunch over a period of probably 6 to 8 months. And once in a while, I'll get a jam because it have a lump in the filament. It gets stuck on my filament runout sensor, and then it would occasionally I'd have breaks. I'd have to do a 2 or 3, 4 day print, and I get up one morning and sit there printing in midair. Why? Because the filament just randomly snapped. So I kind of get tired of using it. But it printed nice when it worked. But I just had it was too many headaches for me. Yeah, just connect the heater going into the back of the box, turn it on, and see if that's causing the problem. Yeah, I thought about doing that, but the aircraft connectors, one of them I know I had worked on My CR10, I've resoldered the connector on the board. I've resoldered the wires on the heated bed a few times. This one I haven't, but this particular CR10, I've replaced the board in it. This will be the third time I've replaced the board in this particular printer. And then my other CR10, I've never replaced anything on it. So something's up. And I have the power supplies, not the cheap Chinese ones, the whatchamacallits are in it. Lightspeed, how's it going? And of course, I never pick up the right wrench, the right tool for the job. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens on TV after a while. When there's two certain people on TV, I want to hear that. Don't want to discuss it because I don't discuss politics online. Kind of be interesting. Possibly. Yeah, eSun Filament and Filicube. I've never tried either one of them, but I've heard a lot of good things about eSun and Filicube. I've never tried them. My go-to filament typically for a long time was 3D ZYLTECH. I used to use a lot of Hatchbox. 3D ZYLTECH has never let me down ever. I've never reviewed it, but I've used a lot of it. What else? ZYLTECH, I've had no problem with ZYLTECH. But then I'm an affiliate for them, so I get a discount. So I tend to buy from them if I can get a good deal. Yeah, the only company I've ever really had trouble with on filament has been, well, the one company, Arion, and then the other company I didn't mention, which is Sunlu. Sunlu's PETG printed fine, but I had trouble with their PLA. It might have been operator error, but I don't think so. Yeah, I tried their white and black on their master spool with Sunlu. They sent me for free to review, and it printed fine. I had no trouble with their PETG. And then another person with Sunlu sent me some other stuff. There are two other colors, and I had issues with it. Some of the prints didn't come out right. Some did. And in the review, I just kind of left it up to you guys. I said, whatever you think, here's what happened. Atomic is badass. I've never tried Atomic. Who makes Atomic? Atomic makes Atomic, or I don't know. I've heard of it. You know, basically, in my experience on all the cheaper PLAs that I've tried over the last filament, I've tried over the last 3.5 years, most of it is a lot of it is about the same stuff. I've never really found anything that really blew me away that led me to believe otherwise. Texas base. I would say go Cowboys for Texas, but Cowboys ain't doing too good right now. Meanwhile power supply, that's it. I couldn't think of it. There it is, MW Meanwhile. Now we're back to, I think it's the blue one. Since I like blue, it's got to be the blue one. Here we go. I bought these set of 4 of these off Amazon. They work really great until you try to torque something down tight, and then they slip. And if you tighten up the set screw, they still slip. So they're really good to a point. And then I got to go back to stupid little L-shaped one to get something real snug. But that's probably just because I'm not buying quality, expensive tools. Filicube is under 25. That's reasonable. Most of the stuff I buy is like 16 to 19. It all depends. And then occasionally I message different companies if they'd like me to review it, to send me a couple rolls, and then I'll print a bunch of goodies and a couple videos, make some posts. to fulfill my obligation, basically, and then I have a little extra filament for whatever. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock Pacific, Scott Worthington's going to be on, and he has a pretty amazing hobby room. His workshop. He does a lot of testing on different types of printers for companies. Beta testing is what I wanted to say. Watch me go jump up and down and fall on the floor, and all you guys are freaking out, thinking, "Oh my God, he done it now." I printed T-handles for the bent hex wrenches. They work pretty good. Yeah, I've got Harbor Freight T-handles. You know, the cheap set. They're all different colors. I got a bunch of those. Electro, yeah. Yeah, my hair stands up, or all of a sudden hair magically appears. Yeah, I've got bit a few times working with 110. I'm not afraid of electricity other than 220. Even though I'm told that 110 is more dangerous than 220, I've been told by a few people. But I'll work on hot breakers and outlets. It doesn't bother me. What's the worst that can happen? My wife collects some insurance and finds another Jerry to take care of her. Man, if my son's still watching, he'd be pissed if his dad got fried, but shit happened. Oop, I cussed on stream. I said shit. Oh no. I need to unscrew these aircraft connectors on the inside of the box and check them. But I think I'll just put it back together and leave the bed disconnected like Lama suggested. And I was thinking about powering it on and see how long it stays on. Potty mouth, yeah. Well, since they have this thing about the COPA and the child thing on YouTube, I guess you're supposed to cuss once in a while to try to drive those people away. They run in the house. Mommy, Daddy, that fat bald-headed guy on TV just said this and just said that. See, I picked up the blue one this time. It was the right one the first time out. And I usually have that turned the other direction so I can work on it. I guess Dan's busy working. I'm surprised I haven't seen him in chat yet. Dan's usually everywhere all the time. Oh, there he is. I just said his name, and there he is. I said, I'll say Dan's usually everywhere all the time, and there he is. If somebody has a cell phone handy, have your wife or girlfriend film you making a peanut butter sandwich and then send it to Deb, because Deb's having issues with tearing up the bread. And like I was saying earlier, done a quick video late last night, put it on Twitter for her, but my hand was in the way and she couldn't see how I was spreading the peanut butter. And I told her it's really good with grape jelly or Miracle Whip because, you know, quite often I'll eat peanut butter and Miracle Whip on a sandwich or grape jelly on toast, open face. My wife's like, oh my God, Miracle Whip and peanut butter, you're crazy. What's good? Yeah, what else? Bottom back on it. Give me something to do. I like taking things on and off, on and off, on and off all the time. And I'm not currently printing anything because I got too much crap already. Nothing to print. I want to print a Stormtrooper helmet, but I've been saying that for 3.5 years. When I was printing with Sunlu PLA, they're black. I had a massive fail print. I think you guys, if you've seen the video, I was printing a base to Chucky. I was doing a giant version of this on my Hypercube, and I got about as far as here, about that far up, and I started having a massive clog, and I had to throw it away. And then I changed out the filament. I put some, it's kind of funny, I put a roll of Aeron that they had sent me off Amazon that was returned some gray filament. And I took off the first couple of weeks. It was brittle, and I threw that on my Hypercube, and I printed a test box, which is here somewhere. If I can find it, I'll show you. And it printed really nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and redo Chucky or something in that gray Aeron. So Llama, autocorrect. What you're saying? What it's typing? You're not typing it, or you're on your phone. You're not on your computer. I know. I hang out in the living room and watch TV on my big TV, and I'm on YouTube. And then, like Llama, when he's on really early in the morning, I'm usually just getting out of bed or I'm still sleeping. I just pull up my phone and I start typing on my phone while I'm watching him on TV. And sometimes the comments don't go through on different channels. I don't know why. I see it on my phone post, but on the TV it doesn't post. So then I run it on my PC and retype it. Anybody want to jump in and hang out? There's a link there. If you don't see it, I can repost it. More people, the merrier. I'll do this for a couple hours. And then, like I say, then I'll be live at 5 tomorrow. And I trimmed my fingernails, so it's kind of hard to get that down in that lip. One thing nice about working on stuff when you're live is that if you drop something, somebody in chat can tell you where it's at. They see it. Damn it. A bunch of these screws are stripped, and I cut them so I could use a screwdriver in them. And I don't have a big screwdriver laying here. Come on. Bastard. Uh-oh, I said bastard. Am I talking loud enough? You guys hear me? Hey, somebody's popping in. And we all know who always pops in. The one and only Dan the Man. Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, Internet? With my camera a little bit there. There we go.
How you doing today?
Oh, not too bad. Worked all day, came home, cooked some dinner. Now I'm just going to sit my butt down and relax for a while.
What kind of shift you work? 6 to 2:30 or something?
No, 7 to 3:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, 7 to 3:30. I got, school hours. Got to be there before the staff and get out of there after they leave.
Usually a lot going on. Are you pretty busy or no?
Yeah. And this time of year, it's mostly like right now, it's just uploading records to the state and basically keeping the place afloat. And if something goes down, fix it right away because, it should have been fixed yesterday instead of broke today. So.
Alan said he did an old Battlestar Galactica, still needs filling and painting. That'll be nice to see. Yeah. Old
Yep.
curmudgeon. Haven't seen him in the stream in a minute. Hey, buddy, how you
Yeah,
doing?
look at that guy.
Oh yeah, but I can't hear anything. Hang on.
Oh, sorry,
Uh-oh.
we can still hear you though. That's all that matters.
Really?
Just change your audio. You're fine.
Can I turn your sound?
My audio's not playing nice today.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
That's all right. We can still hear you.
Oh, you call yourself old curmudgeon. Are you sure you got fresh batteries in your hearing aid?
It's only giving me the one option, and that's not the option that I want to use.
Yes, it did, but that's okay. What's going on, Mr. Foreman? How you doing, good sir? Nice to see you. So, yeah, I decided, Jerry, not to plug my own stuff or nothing, but I decided that at 250 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway. And I made the comment about it last night, and Mr. Randolph was on.
Yeah, I said he's throwing 50 bucks.
Yeah. So he's part of it now, and
nice.
Well, they can probably hear me. I just can't hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your camera's over. I'm looking over here, but yeah, you're over here. We can hear you.
Yep, that's why I shook my head yes real big so he could see it.
Hey, put your earphones on. They're right here.
He's got one in. He's got.
Maybe that's why he can't hear us.
Yeah, no, he's got one in. What is this? Oh my goodness! Would you look at that? Update to StreamYard in the bottom left-hand or right-hand corner. Now there's a lovely little full screen option, so you can bring the cameras full screen. You just can't see the text.
What are we talking about?
Wow. If you look in the right-hand corner of the preview window there,
Yeah.
hover over it. See the little box that pops up? If you click on it, it takes the camera's full screen now.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that, but we can't see chat.
There we go. Now
Yes, we can hear you.
Why would that be good? You can't control nothing that way.
Well, that's the thing. If you're just doing it for the video, and then you have, say, for instance, you're just streaming to YouTube, you can put YouTube chat over on the other window, and then just have it side by side, because you wouldn't necessarily need to use the built-in chat. Yeah. However, somebody says, "Oh, I sent you something in private chat," you just minimize the screen real quick and then go over to private chat, and
that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice, especially like for me, because right now I'm going to bring up YouTube on another window, and I'm going to have chat for that, which I already have up. Don't come over here. Nope. I said don't come over here. I love you, but you're in trouble.
And he's back. Can you hear us? Can I hear? Old curmudgeon, you hear me?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I hit the back button on the phone trying to close some stuff out, and that killed the browser window.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah. So, yep. Click the link, everybody. Come hang out. But no, I guess long story short, yeah. So I'm dubbing it the biggest little giveaway because it's only going to be a 250 subs, and I already have two people that have offered to give stuff away. So
that's fine.
Plus, if I can't find anybody overseas that wants to partake, well, then I'll be buying a gift card at one of the overseas companies and then giving that away. So.
Well, as you get bigger, you'll get more companies you can ask. But David Randolph has already stepped up, so that's a big. That's a big incentive for other companies to do the same thing to help you out.
Oh, exactly. I just, like I said, more or less, I was just kind of I had no problem buying a gift card from Printed Solid and giving it away myself. You know what I mean? Like, why not, right? But he stepped up. He's like, "Look, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this for you. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, thank you." So
yeah, I'm copying some stuff on one of my videos to put in the description of this one.
That's what I do. I actually have I have a sheet that I already have pretty much like my basic info in, and then I just copy and paste it in that way. Because with StreamYards, it automatically puts all that in there, you know.
How you doing?
What's going on, Alan?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing today, Alan?
Hi guys, Alan here from London.
London, all
Howdy from
right.
London. What, you don't want that?
No.
All right, well, then go
London,
put that.
UK. I'll post
One
it about
second.
the Battlestar Galactica helmet.
I can barely hear you, Alan. Your microphone. Can you turn up your microphone a little bit?
I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm on my iPad.
All right. What are you working on today, Alan?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Battlestar.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
I like that.
Awesome.
Nothing at the moment. Unfortunately, I've got a 9-week-old kitten, so I can't have the printers go. But yeah, that's 24 pieces stuck together there.
Uh-huh.
That's the original series, isn't it?
Yep. Original series.
Yeah, that's the better one in my opinion.
Yeah.
Does it fit?
And he's sanding and feathering now. Yeah.
You know, Vince, if you were
one of my
a big,
mistakes.
that happens.
Well, you can reprint the top half, glue it, and putty it, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I done a mistake. I done it on the end of 3, not a CR10.
Yeah, not tall enough.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
How do I make us small on the left, him big on the right? Where do I?
You should be able to click when you go back to the cameras, click on the 3 dots, and then you should be able to go ahead and click on him. What you want to do is move him into. You can move him into the main spot. Pull him up to the main spot. Now go ahead and click the one where it shows like the primary camera and then the cameras to the side of it. Down underneath in your options, you have the one that shows the primary camera big, and then it shows like the 3 little cameras or 4 little cameras, I believe, in the preview next to it on the right side. Yeah. There you go.
That's backwards, but that'll work.
Oh, that's how it does it. When it does this, if you're doing like actual showing something, it puts us on the left, puts that on the right. When you're showing someone, it puts them on the right or them on the left and us on the right.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a flip-flop. Yeah.
Nice.
Good print already.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're claiming to be a big fan of Battlestar Galactica, wouldn't you be calling it BSG?
Yes,
Don't like
you would
the-
do.
I was going to say, don't the crazy, like the Battlestar Galactica crazies, don't they call it BSG and not Battlestar Galactica? I'm just throwing that out there as a guy who's watched the show a little bit, and I'm not hardcore into it. I do know that a lot of people say, you watch BSG, and I'm like, I've seen a few episodes. I'm not.
Yeah, but that's the new series, isn't it?
Well, dude, I don't know. Alan's printing the old stuff there, and he's seems to be a
that's
fan
the
of
70s.
I
But-
was amazed to find out in the new series that we are descendants of the Cylons. If anybody's seen that, it wasn't everybody else. We created the Cylons. That's our race.
I haven't gotten that far yet,
Uh-oh.
but I kind of binge watching it, but I'm not a big one on not having spoilers.
Yeah.
It was like
Curmudgeon,
7 or 8 years ago when they had the new series out where Starbuck was a woman. I forget her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagreed with that, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Just a FYI there, Curmudgeon. Every now and then you get real like choppy.
Staticky?
Yeah, staticky,
Yeah.
choppy.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm down in the dungeon more or less. Access points on the other end of the house.
Yeah.
I've got to
Could be.
rehang it in the living room. I just don't want in the attic.
Mhm.
Llama still in the chat?
No, he left.
No, he left.
I was gonna show him what the rest of that, the last of that sample spool he gave me.
Yeah, I still have some of that, to be honest with you. That well, I don't know if it's the same one. If you're talking about the
Yeah, let me switch cameras here.
his transitional roll that he had, like the big massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that where I got tonight about an inch. It ran out. But it looks pretty good.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, David?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Petzel? How we doing, sir?
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's the good word today?
You know, another wonderful day in paradise, as they say.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, woke up, both feet hit the floor, so I must have did something right.
First lesson, I'm gonna try to find a spot with a better signal.
I don't know if you caught that earlier or not there, Mr. Petzel, sir, but with StreamYards now, where we're at, if you actually just pop out the YouTube chat off to another window or off to the side, you can actually full screen now the cameras, which is nice because now I can actually make out quite a bit more on the camera. I don't know if that's such a good thing with this ragtag bunch, you know, all of us. I don't know if I really want to see more of at least this face, you know.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to actually be able to see the cameras now. So that was a nice thing. I didn't catch the town hall that they do, but I want to get in on one. Really, I do, because every now and then I have an idea for something, and I miss the little meetings where they talk about upcoming stuff, and just want to see if it's ever any of my suggestions ever would get through.
Every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, they're on for 30 minutes.
I give them credit. I really do.
Company.
There's not really that many tech companies that are doing something like that. So I give them credit because they do it every week. They come on, they talk about some changes and upgrades. So I like that. That's kind of a nice, you know, interaction that they have where they can come out and tell us, these are the things we're working on. This is what we're going to do. This is kind of the way we plan to move forward. And it's nice to have a company that does that these days. There's not a lot of transparency in tech anymore. So
Yeah. So have you ever got into any of those with Creality? They have the guy and the girl, and if you try to interact with them, it gets very choppy really quick.
Yeah,
they sound like they speak great English, but they don't understand when you talk really fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh shit! God forbid I ever be on there then, because I talk a mile a minute.
No, isn't that the truth?
And my wife says, you need to slow down your videos. You talk too fast.
Hey, you know what? I grew up in a house with a bunch of kids, my parents. It was like, you learned how to talk quick, get your point across, and get the hell out of the conversation, or you weren't saying anything.
Hello.
Hey, David, how you doing?
What's going on, Mr. Beardy Face?
Yeah, I didn't even realize you was sitting there. I didn't hear the beat.
Because I talk too much.
Not you, Dan. No way.
No.
Beardy face, you're David, right?
Yep.
Okay, I recognized your look. I thought you were David.
Yep.
Can't miss this
Oh,
face.
nice to meet you.
Yep.
So you can't miss this face.
No.
There we go. Alan's showing us. He got everybody big there. Thanks, Alan.
Yes.
That's all right. I thought I'd put you on now.
Thank you.
I was going to say, yeah, you get me, Jerry, and Llama together on a stream, and ain't nobody else talking.
Well, I try not to interrupt, but Dan is really good at, he gets pretty wound up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, who needs Adderall? Just put a guy with ADD on a stream and pump him full of caffeine and let him go.
Is that why you're wound up from ADD or whatever?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess
no
I've been ADD since I was a little kid, but didn't get diagnosed till I was in my 30s. So
okay.
It took two ex-wives and a wife for me to realize that there was probably something going on. And my wife was like, you should probably go talk to the doctor. There's probably something wrong with you. And I talked to the doctor and he's like, here's some Adderall. I'm like, oh.
So, David, what have you been working on lately? Any projects?
Yeah, I've been doing a few. Just printing a Halloween ornament with the tea light for one of my neighbours. I can swing the camera around. No, it won't show.
I'll full screen you. If you want to hold something up to the camera, I can full screen you.
No, I got it printing and I can't move my camera.
Okay. Alan, what do you got there? You can hold it up, Alan.
Sorry, guys. Gambit.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
It came out nice.
No, very nice.
Done individually. That's Gambit.
Mm-hmm. Looks good. Hey, Mr. Petzel, you see anything that looks familiar? Right about here, maybe.
You got one on there?
Right about there. I may have replaced. I won't say which one, but I'll just say that I may have replaced this one. So this one's no longer on there.
The Banner mount. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to. Yeah, I threw that one to the side. I've got this guy going right here. The only thing I got to do is I got to dial in my. It's not a bad one at all. I like it. I just got to dial in the cooling a little bit because with the 5015 on there, I got to figure out what percentage I need to go up or down to get it just right. Because the last print I printed, I had a little bit. It looked like it was running a little cool, like I had the fan too low. So I'm gonna readjust a little bit, turn the fan speed up a little bit more, and I should be okay.
Yes,
Usually about
you always
50%, aren't they?
you can run it about 40%, 40 to 60%, and when you adjust the nozzle, you want to make sure that your outlets air to the uppermost portion. Okay, so keep your nozzle as high as you can get it because it actually comes down at an angle like this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have your outlet ducts, they should just be just slightly above the lowest portion of your insulation on your heat block.
Okay, I'll move those up a little bit. It looks like I might have them a little too low then, because looking at it there, it looks like I've got them set up so that I'm the other way around. I've got the top of the duct, the inside of the duct, right at the bottom of the heat block. So
old curmudgeon, if you turn
pull those
your
up a little bit.
sideways, you'll be full screen.
Oh, who the hell's calling me now? Hold on. See who this is.
There you go. Yeah, now you're full screen. I hear feedback. I can hear myself talking with somebody's computer.
Okay, do you guys know
Hey,
a
guys,
channel on
real quick? Here's the latest scam.
rebate check.
What's that, David?
Let's see.
have you guys heard of a channel? I think it's called like Uncle Jerry or Uncle somebody. Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had a brand new 3D printer that he reviewed, and it was like a Minga.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah.
And it's only 220 bucks or something like that. It comes with dual Z. It comes with a touch screen. It has some really nice features on it. I was trying to find it on.
I've heard of the manga. Yes.
He was comparing it to the Ender 3, and he said that it's much better than the Ender 3 for the price.
Uh-huh.
And he showed some, and I can't find it now, but it's a 32-bit board. It had some really cool features on it.
Uh-huh.
Still
I
have,
was kind of looking for something with a larger. It has a heated bed, yes. Yeah, AC heated bed.
Which one are we talking about?
a Minga or something Uncle Jesse reviewed. I recognize.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember
Isn't that
which
the one that? Isn't that the same one that Joel just did a review on last week?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Joel did a review. Joel did a review on the Creality 6E.
Yeah.
And his prints came out marvelous, just phenomenal on a stock printer. It was, and he also reviewed a spider something filament.
Oh yeah, the something spider. Yeah, you're right. Give me a second.
I thought that the one that was catching
That was an
fire.
incredible review.
It is.
He's had really good luck with it. It's a beautiful printer.
Old Curmudgeon, are you out back? You wanted to show us something? I can full screen you.
No, I'm stepped out because the dog wanted out.
Oh, okay.
It's actually chilly out here, and it'll start to come out. So I'm going to go back in.
Where do you live at?
Where you at, Curmudgeon?
Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Tennessee?
Yeah. There's the sun setting behind me. Oops.
In the chat, guys, I just dropped it. It's Spider Maker PLA is what Joel did the review on.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't. So I'll have to look at it later.
That's all right.
Did you watch that?
Go ahead.
Did you watch the whole review, Dan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he likes it. He says it's some good stuff. So, and the prints turned out amazing. Yeah.
The prints turned out, it was awesome for a stock printer.
Oh yeah.
Factory settings. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The CR6SE is the one that he did his review on. The printers he got turned out good, but that's the one that currently is getting a bad rap for being the next fire starter. So a lot of people who are receiving them with a bum power switch.
Yeah, the on-off switch.
The on-off switch is having problems where it's loose or weak, so it's arcing, and over time it just smokes.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Between the switch and then also the board, there's been a couple of boards where it just smoked right up. Yeah, and
well, you remember we had that problem with the Ender 3 when they first came out. If you remember those the power wires coming from the power supply.
The TR
the XPS or XPR connector, yeah.
Yeah, the XT60s were the one behind me back here. The first one I got had that problem. This one's got the newer one that's actually soldered. The one behind me was crimped, and I didn't. I kept every now and then I would check it, touch it, feel it when I was printing. Everything felt fine, and then one day I was printing and I looked back there and the thing was turning brown, and I'm like, this one's hard. But that's not good. So I tried to
have
pull
those
it apart.
on 6 Enders, and I've never changed them out yet, and they're fine.
Well, I went to pull the plug apart to just disconnect it to look inside, and then I went to go pull the plug apart, and it actually melted. The XT60 connector had melted together. I couldn't get it apart, so I got a hold of Tim and said, "Hey, send me some wires." So I gave him money. He sent me a length of wire, and I put it on there. I since went and bought some actual XT60s, and at some point here, I'll get off my butt and actually solder a set in there just so I have them, because I like that.
Nice, it's very flexible.
Yeah, I like the ability to actually unplug it rather than have to take everything apart to disconnect everything. I like that, pull the plug and walk away. So at some point, I'll actually cut it and put it in there. But
if anybody has any questions in chat on Facebook, YouTube, Beardface, Alan, anybody wants to say anything, go right ahead. I guess Alan just left, but if anybody has anything you want to say, jump right in and start talking. Shut up.
I'll walk in a different room because on time with one of her friends, and I'm sure that's better. That's better. Y'all don't want to hear.
Their wire. Jesse says
that's one of the nice things about having a hobby that's in RC flying. I've got I've got drawers and drawers of all the Dean's connectors, the XT connectors, the ARP connectors. Yeah. And then like Llama was wanting those JSTs.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah,
those are all those connectors. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are all.
Yeah, you guys use
they're
those.
All RC parts.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys use them all to connect the batteries, and between the batteries and then doing for leveling out the batteries when you charge them, as well as connecting motors to boards and cameras and everything else.
Servos.
It's all.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all the same stuff that you guys use. So it's kind of nice having access to all of that. It's nice when one hobby can kind of intermingle with the other.
Alan, if you're still in chat,
absolutely.
thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, Alan.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say is how much is Smack Dan today? I don't know. I got to ask my wife what the going rate for a crack to Dan is. Last night, for those who missed it, last night after EduTech did their stream, my wife made a comment. Oh, she was going to hit me, and I said, "Oh yeah, well, how much are these guys going to pay to see that?" And then Lightspeed and who else was it? Lightspeed and dang it. Anyway, one other person, I forget who it was off the top of my head right now. They were like, "Ooh." So I dropped my PayPal link, and sure enough, they threw me some cash. And my wife, before she went to bed, she had to kind of give me a few cracks just to make everybody happy. Yeah. Oh, Shane. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Yeah, it was Shane. But yeah. So. But yeah, no. So, I think what I was going to say now. Oh, I was going to say I was talking to I've been talking to Ham Radio Dude. I don't know if you guys have seen his YouTube channel or not, but he goes by Ham Radio Dude, and he's all about ham radio, but he's been doing a lot more with 3D printing now. So he's kind of been, some of his videos started popping up in my feed, so I started checking them out and watching them. And if you're into ham radio or want to get into ham radio, he's a good guy to check out for reference and stuff. But I just started, every time he'd stream or something, he'd be doing something, I'd mention it. He popped into my stream the other day and we were talking, and he's been using 3D printing to do all kinds of stuff. Like I forget what it's called again, and this sucks because this will be like the second time I forgot now, but he's got when you do Morse code, there's like the single button that you click, or there's like the two that you can click, and one will do a short, one does a long, and I forget what that's called, that switch is called, but he found a model online and was able to 3D print it, and then it's just a matter of connecting the wires, and then again you click one for a short beat, you click the other one for a long beat, and but he was just the fact that he wanted to learn Morse code, so he downloaded the files, printed this thing, put it together, and it was just basically spare parts he had. And then I think if I remember right, he downloads an app off of one of the stores, and then when you plug it in through the regular old 3.5 on your phone, you can just click one way or the other, and it'll actually read back to you on the screen what you're typing. So like if you click, and that's A, for instance, then it would say, it would register your clicks and say that's an A. Then you do the next one. So you can it helps you to learn Morse code and what's what. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Old curmudgeon, you got anything you want to talk about or beard case? David?
Yeah. Anybody else want to talk? I talk too much.
Buddy's here.
Hey, kitty.
Oh,
But she acts like one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty dog.
Lap kitty dog.
I've got a picture of her when we first brought her home, and my daughter was playing with her back there in the garden. And if you didn't know, you would swear it was a cat.
Sorry, Vince. My bad.
Beard face, where do you live at?
Sorry, Jerry?
Where do you live?
London.
London?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You like me to mail you one of my stickers?
Sorry?
I can mail you one of my stickers if you want one.
I think I've already given you my information.
Okay, then I already mailed it. Okay. I have a little book where I wrote down everybody's information that I already sent. So it's on its way if you already gave it to me.
I got it today, Jerry.
Cool. Excellent.
My wife,
Yeah, I need to find
my
you on
wife said,
Facebook if I haven't yet.
my wife was asking who was writing me letters from Las Vegas.
Yeah, tell her that last business trip I went on, honey, I made some friends. It might get you in trouble,
It
though.
stays in Vegas, dude. These are nice stickers, Jerry.
Yeah, that sticker mule did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Old Curmudgeon, did I get your address? I don't remember.
Well, I gotta hook up with you first. Right here, get it to you.
Okay.
I'm going to go grab some coffee. I'll be right back.
Right.
Dan,
Yeah.
you need to know a contact for Andrew S.
Yeah.
for doing something for the UK.
Yeah.
Well, that's his company.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I did mention him earlier, or I did talk to him a little bit earlier about I need to talk to him. I'm waiting to see if he pops into a stream. If not, then I've got him on Facebook, so I'll just go ahead and message him. So,
All right. Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah,
I've got him.
he might be on my live stream next week. Andrew S might be on there. We got to discuss it. We talked the other day after my hangout. We were talking for 3 hours. I done a hangout for 2.5 hours Sunday, I think it was, and then after the stream, we talked for another 3 hours on top of that privately.
Yep, you'll have that, Jerry. You'll have that.
Yeah, I wanted to get off and go right away, but we just started talking, and he's a really interesting individual and all the stuff that he's done in his life.
Oh yeah.
He was an extra in World War Z. You ever seen the movie World War Z?
Mhm.
Extra.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's an extra in that. He's had a few parts in different movies.
Yeah.
Well,
That's kind of like our guy Marcel. He's also had a lot of random roles in different shows and movies because lately Hollywood likes to film up in Canada and he's Canadian, so
Cool.
it's worked out pretty good for him.
hey Jerry, where are you on Facebook? Probably be the easy.
Jerry Knapp, Knapp, or 3D Printing and Painting is my group.
Yep.
I've had the group for about 3.5 years. I've got almost 5,000 members. Then on YouTube, I've got around a little over 1,700 members or subs.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Jerry, Jery, last name Knapp. If you want, you can send me a friend request.
Oh, you have. It's showing me that I have the option to cancel.
Oh, I must have sent you one. Yeah, I'll put a link to my group if anybody hasn't seen it. Okay, here's a link to my Facebook group if anybody wants to join. We have silence. Me and Dan aren't talking, so everybody else jump in.
Oh, I have to answer questions. There's only two on.
You don't have to answer questions. A lot of people don't. If anybody just joined Facebook today or yesterday, I usually don't accept them. When people have zero information, so I usually look at somebody's page if I don't know who they are. If they got no pictures, no information, I usually don't accept them because they're not real people.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. A little bit of family stuff. Sorry.
Request submitted.
Yeah, Jesse Foreman. I'd like to take the wife there one night. It looks like a really nice place Dave's got going on there.
Yeah, somebody's got your screen.
Yeah, you're not far. You're not far, are you? A couple hours?
Yeah, it was. I think I gotta look it up again, but I think it was like a two-hour drive, which isn't bad. I mean, to take the wife and get away, it's not bad. You know, drive out, catch a bite to eat, wander around, see the sights a little bit, and then come on home. And we have my in-laws live right in the Quad Cities, so if nothing else, you know, go out, see the Quad, you know, come out, pick up the in-laws, and then maybe us and them can venture on over for food, you know.
Old Curmudgeon is your first name.
Yeah, we used to have a. We used to have a restaurant in the Quad Cities. So, and they, you know, they might even remember it. So
I'm not sure. I'll talk to him. Oh. Okay, good. I'm on. Okay, I guess we're moving to the Quad Cities. I guess we're not moving to the Quad Cities. My daughter just comes in here and she goes, Mom wants to move away from Noni. So I guess we're moving to the Quad Cities then.
If anybody wants to jump in, hang out, there's the link.
I just loaded, I haven't been able to get out and fly, so I just loaded Real Flight on my PC here in the room.
Oh, David, when David was on my live stream a few weeks ago and we're talking about all these awesome things he's done, he's a restaurateur, he's a car collector, et cetera, he's also a musician. We didn't say he's a musician. He forgot to mention it. What all do you play, David?
I play the violin and the guitar.
And flight sim.
And flight sim.
And you're a real pilot?
No, you know, I'm one of the only guys in our club that's not a real pilot.
Okay.
If anybody wants kids, I'll send them off. I'll poke a couple holes in the box. I'll poke a couple holes in the box. I don't know if it'll be enough, but it'll at least be enough to keep them alive. They might just pass out from, you know, lack of oxygen and sleep the rest of the trip. But Jesse Foreman, that would be a wise choice. And don't buy a house in Illinois. You got Indiana.
What's up with Illinois, man? What's up with Illinois?
Apparently, our politicians are bigger idiots than.
My wife is from the area. Kind of, my sister-in-law works for us at the restaurant. She lives in Coal Valley, and my wife was from Matherville. You know where Matherville is?
I've heard of it. I'm not sure.
And yeah. So, but my sister-in-law and all my in-laws and sisters and brothers-in-laws all live in the Quad Cities, and man, they're just getting nailed with property taxes and stuff. With taxes, just getting killed.
Well, again, though, our governor
live and pay those kind of taxes.
Our governor feels as though that everybody should pay more to live here, and you know, because he doesn't make enough money and his friends aren't making enough money. So, but that's politics. I hate talking about politics.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Yeah, it's always a loaded. That's always a loaded thing to talk about, man. Because it doesn't matter which side you're on the wrong side.
Oh yeah, I ran for city council, so I know all about that. I don't do politics. I don't talk about it anymore because it was not a good thing.
Yeah, no, people, man, they don't know how to just have a difference of opinion anymore. They really don't. It's either my way or I'm going to scream at you until I feel as though I've got my point across.
Yeah, is that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what happened to the good old days where it was okay to disagree and you just moved on, you know, and you could still drink a beer with the guy at the bar, or with, you know, like as couples, you could go out and just because I didn't vote for the same guy you voted for, we could still enjoy a steak and shoot the shit, and at the end of the night go home. And I didn't badmouth you. You know, what do they say? There's Karens and Kyles, right? It's Karen, and then the male version is a Kyle, right?
I thought Karen's that's me.
But yeah, apparently it's just too many Karens and Kyles in the world.
I've never heard of the Kyle thing before.
And I guess that's, you know, I got kids, so they keep me going, or I overhear some of the kid lingo these days. So is it a Ken? I thought it was a Kyle. I thought it was Karens and Kyles, because they were watching this video of a Karen and a Kyle battling it out at a school. So, but yeah, either way, there's just too much of that shit. It's like, just get along, people.
I've got to remember to kill the YouTube on my phone because when I get off, it's going to jump right back in where it paused when I came in, and then I get to be uber annoyed by my old voice.
Yep, that'll happen.
Did it to me last time I was on you, and it's like, where'd that crap come from?
You're repeating right now. You're going voice, hello. You're duplicating. You know what I mean?
I thought I was the only one that heard that.
No, he's been going strong.
You're joking because I don't know how. I've got the mic, I've got the speaker in my ear.
I think it might be me.
It must be coming from some.
I don't know.
I think it might be me. I don't know how to adjust it.
Everybody that's watching in StreamYard should only have StreamYard running. If you have YouTube running in another window, you have to mute it.
No, I've only got StreamYard. But if I mute myself, then that echo goes away.
No, I'm still hearing it, but I hear you and I hear old Curmudgeon.
Yeah, I heard it too. Maybe Curmudgeon's got two instances of it running.
Let me mute my mic real quick and see if that's it.
Here, let's move people around. Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
Now you're too far away, Jerry. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Now with both of you guys muted, though, it's hard to tell which one's doing it. So one of you two unmute yourself so we can actually hear out of one, and we'll see.
Now I got the. Oh, now I can hold your card, Jerry.
Okay, Beardy, go ahead and say something.
Yeah.
You know what? I do kind of hear myself.
Jerry,
now.
I got your card.
That's good. I see that.
Is that any better?
We can hear you, but that's okay.
Let me move you around there, David. There. Now Curmudgeon's next to it.
No, you're good. No. You're good, man. You're good.
There we go.
Huh.
That's not easy to do. Oh, but I can do this. Now you don't know who I am.
Yep, exactly. Hide behind the image.
Somebody else is popping in. Let's see who we got here. Oh no, it's a Pukaki.
I was gonna say it has to be the cocky.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh, it's a poop. It's a poop. Right.
Llama.
Yeah, I thought it was
llama.
It's the drama llama.
How are we going?
I finally got to stick to the bed. It only took 10 extra degrees.
Sometimes that's all you gotta do.
It's weird that you gotta put that much temperature on it.
Well, I run it 50 with this, but it didn't get this one. Either that or the.
I run like 50 degrees with the A-net, and that bed's a piece of junk. So 50 is actually like 35 or 40.
Oh.
And you're running the TH3D Easy Mat, right?
Yeah, Easy Flex, and I'm off the crap of it with the Brillo pad the other day. That might have helped too.
Yeah, the Brillo pad helps. I use actual steel wool though, because you're talking about like the green steel woolly crap. Like you use.
This has some kind of loose dried soap in it that I have to wash off when I'm done. I don't got it, but it's steel wool.
The other thing I found sometimes is if I use glue stick, but I don't like the glue stick finish. And I've discovered if I take glue stick and I spray it with some Windex, and you don't try and remove it, you just try and smooth it out with the Windex. It works better than rubbing alcohol. The rubbing alcohol just dries up and clumps it. With the Windex, it like smooths it out and thins it out, and you get a really nice thin layer. And I do that with PETG on easy mat. That way it doesn't stick too much. And God, that works beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I was doing when I was on loose stuff for some things I had out, bird feeders. I cleaned all the glue stick off with soap and water. I thing to stick the PLA.
Yeah. So like I said, I'll use the glue
I've been
stick,
using,
but
Tim,
it's still on
Tim's
there. I actually
mat
left it
since
on
I
there.
got it without.
The Windex spreads it, evens it out. Like using rubbing alcohol removes it, dries it up, and removes it. Where the Windex doesn't dry as fast, and you can smooth it out if you use the glue
Get a bit
stick
of
with
a
the
slurry.
Windex. I don't know why it just doesn't dry it out as fast or something. I don't know, but it seems to. The Windex makes the glue stick give you a nice, super thin layer, but evenly coated.
Yeah. I ran off a few prints of that Pet G without glue stick on it, and it's stuck too well. It'll be bumpy
Yeah,
bubbles
that's
on the
it.
surface now.
It destroys the surface if you use easy mat with PETG. If you don't put
No, I
something
got
on.
lucky a few times. These switch cameras here. That's how far before it ran out. It was doing a great job in the process.
Who's beeping?
No idea. Not me.
So Jerry, you really like that TH3D board?
I haven't printed with it yet.
I saw your review of it. You have it.
They turn on, they work. They're really super quiet, but I haven't printed nothing yet. So, and this one CR10 right here, it keeps rebooting itself. There's something going on with it.
Your that review was really good too.
You're frozen, David.
No.
Your was really good too.
Thank you.
Your
screen froze, David.
The other David.
Oh.
Pet's David, not Beardy David.
Yeah, Pet's David. Not Pirate David.
Yeah, he's Max headrooming over there.
The Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think he's okay now.
Breaking up really bad.
Say something, David. Pencil. There we go. We're looking at a big eyeball.
Something, David. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Y'all need to get better streaming.
I mean, you're animated, so. Of course, my wife's watching K-pop, so.
K-pop, really? Seriously?
Oh God, yes.
I sent Josh from Alien 3D a 10-second video.
You know how many women?
Don't get it. It's like reality TV, especially like the wives of whatever.
Hey, Michael Castle, how's it going?
It's just so stupid. Why do people watch that crap?
I don't know why people watch reality TV. Every show on TV is a reality TV show nowadays.
No, Llama, it's
TV is not reality.
Like the Hallmark Channel.
It's so anti-real. They shouldn't be calling it reality TV because there's nothing reality about any of it.
I watch Gold Rush. That's reality. I watch Gold Rush. Bering Sea gold mining is real interesting.
Those are all right. I didn't mind like the race around the world one and some of those. Because those are like a competition that makes sense, you know.
Yeah, and it's hard to fake those. I mean, around the world, those race ones every year.
Survivor ones are just freaking stupid.
Yeah.
And then the Big Brother. Oh my God, how lame is that? Hey, let's lock a bunch of people in a house and see what goes on and film everything. Why?
Well, people watch it. People like it. I don't watch it, but
yeah, dumb people, crazy people.
Hey, Llama, how about the 30-day fiance?
Yeah, The Bachelor.
The 30-day fiance.
Yeah, no, sorry, no. It's just why? Why? Why would you watch that?
Oh shoot! I got 10 minutes.
We don't.
Well, it's like people watching these live streams. Sometimes you learn something, and other times you just want to hang out and, get involved. I don't personally have any people in Vegas I hang out with, so I get online and hang out with people.
This is like hanging out in a bar without being at a bar.
Yeah, I drank a Monster earlier. I think if I drank a beer right now, I'd probably fall asleep, but I'll just not.
Okay.
My calf doesn't affect me other than give me jitters.
I don't think Dan's feeling very good.
Maybe-
Does everybody know why? I think Dan is.
I'm good.
Maybe we should all grab a beer.
Nope.
No, I'm good.
No beer.
I'm just a little tired is all.
Hold on,
The last couple of days been kicking my butt.
I got about 2.5 weeks of freaking painkillers in me, man. I'm not drinking any alcohol. That'll shut me right down in about 30 seconds. I'll be like, yeah, that was great beer.
Yep. Sleeping.
It's funny. I used to pop Percocets like chiclets as a kid. Go out drinking, snort coke, do all that stuff. Be like, woo! Now it's like I have a beer, and I'm like, if I do like a painkiller, like a Percocet or Tramadol or any of those, and then drink a beer, it's like instant lights out. It just puts me right to sleep. Can't do that crap no more. I'm old and worn out.
How old are you?
55.
I'm 56. I'm not old and worn out. Well, I'm having health issues, but I'm still the same prick I've been my whole life.
You're old and worn out. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
You got 10 years on me.
You want to trade me butts there, Marcel? Is it because you broke yours?
I'm old and worn out.
You gotta also put in that I did construction my whole life. I've been in 3 major car accidents where multiple bone breakage, some of which were like 20 and 30 bones per accident. Broken my neck, fractured my skull, popped my eye out, shattered
Popped
both
out your eye. What do you mean you popped your eye out?
I popped my eye out. My right eye got popped out. Scars right here.
Oh, wow.
The whole right side of my face was stoved in. My eye popped out.
But that was painful.
I don't know. I don't remember. I was out cold. Put it this way, my brother was the EMT that did the work on me until the kid that was driving came out of the woods because he got tossed through the windshield. Basically scratched his arm is all that happened. He got tossed into the woods out the windshield. Came walking out of the woods and my brother saw him, looked at me and said, oh, crap, my brother, I gotta stop. They're not allowed to work on family.
Somebody's wife talking in the background. I don't know who.
Walking out the room for a minute.
Shattered all my ribs, my hip, both my legs.
I've been doing that for about 7 minutes anyway.
David Petzel's watching TV or he's still moving. Okay.
Sometimes, Marcel, the fractures are more painful than the actual breaks.
I went skydiving and I broke my right ankle.
Hurts less.
I'm trying to change some settings.
Yeah, my foot's looking that way. It's broke.
Them hairline fractures suck. They actually hurt more. I swear they do.
David Beardface, how old are you?
6 more minutes.
David and David, how old are you two?
68 here.
68?
63 here.
Okay.
63.
I figured you were in your 50s.
Yeah, I'm an old.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm looking forward to being older now, but when I'm 62, I get my Social Security, and then I can go buy a new truck. So I'm looking forward to 62, but I'm not looking forward to being older. So I can see the end of the tunnel, and it sucks.
Once you've got your health.
Yeah.
He's probably the healthiest one of all of us, and he's 64. He's the oldest one. And he smoked and drank his whole life. He was more of a partier than I ever was. Mm-hmm. He still smokes and drinks. Actually, quit smoking cigarettes, I think, last year.
Let me pop up some of Marcel's comments here. I can't.
Yeah, I still smoke cigarettes. I shouldn't.
I vape. I prefer cigarettes. Vaping is better than cigarettes. I don't cough and gag and hack no more, and I can breathe okay.
Yep.
But obviously, anything other than air isn't good for you. But everybody has their crutch, and everybody's got something that they do. So.
Anybody who says air is good for you is full of shit, because most of the stuff you're going to get in the air these days anyway.
Well, yeah, 2020's really been a fucked year.
Yep.
And personally, I don't see 21 getting better. Everything we got going on now is going to happen in 21. So we'll see what happens.
21 is going to continue to be a shit show because the world's just the way the world is, and at this point, they've gotten away with it for so long. It's only getting worse, not better. And until people realize they need to knock off their shit and sometimes listen, it ain't going to change nothing.
Anybody in chat have any questions or comments? We're welcome to hear them within reason.
2.0, agreed, Mr. Castle, agreed.
We got 9 people
Well,
on.
that's an upgrade. It doesn't take out old bugs and put new ones in.
Or no, wait a minute. We got 9 people on YouTube and 1 person on my page watching and nobody on my group watching. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw the one on your group.
Hey, on a side note, I've gotten 5 more subscribers today, so
cool.
we're getting closer. Dan. We're getting there, getting closer. I'll be up to Jerry
Maybe I
numbers
could some more subs if I could think of something to put out.
Well, the number one thing with doing videos on YouTube, be honest, whether you get the product free or not, tell the truth, don't sugarcoat it, and don't lie about nothing. Because if you start lying about any product, people won't watch you, the word will get out, and then you're done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
tell the
that's
truth.
the most important thing.
Yep.
No, it's I can be honest when I
Yeah, whenever I buy stuff off Amazon, which is every week, I base my buying that item on the reviews. I read a bunch of the reviews, and I base what I buy based off reviews. So if the reviews are all bullshit, well, you know.
I don't trust reviews on Amazon anymore. There's like 5,000 reviews that all look at it.
If 100 people liked the product and 2 people said it was garbage, well, obviously it was a good product. It's just 2 people, for whatever reason, said something bad about it.
Not necessarily. Not on Amazon.
Yeah,
100 people.
Where is that?
Sunlu will buy 100 freaking reviews.
Yeah, I don't do that. I've had companies approach me and say, "Hey, will you test this out or that out?" And then they want me to buy it, and then after the review, they want to reimburse me. I don't do that. If you want to send me a product and I buy it with my money, you need to reimburse me before I get that in the mail. Within 24 hours, reimburse me. Then I get it in the mail. Then what my review is my own opinion anyway. So
I did that with Sunlu. Sunlu freaking wanted me to do a review. I said, they were doing buy it and we'll refund you the next day or once you do the review. And I said, I was just not going to do it, but I wasn't trying to be a douchebag about it. So I said, I don't have the money to buy it. Yeah. So the guy sent me a fake receipt in my name for an Amazon purchase. He said, write the review and we'll reimburse you we'll send you a $20 reimbursement.
That's shady.
That can get you
me a fake receipt.
That can get you kicked off Amazon. It can get them kicked off Amazon.
I did call Amazon. Amazon's like, we don't care. I literally wrote Amazon. It was all over. I had people. I posted on Facebook. I posted on Twitter. I had people on Facebook going, "What are you bitching about? You could have gotten free filament." I'm like, do you not get that they're scamming you guys? It's like, oh, but you get free filament. What are you worried about? Why are you bitching? Because they're losers. They're scamming people. People trust the reviews on Amazon, and they shouldn't.
I got a hold of eNotepad. They're a Sunlu company called eNotepad. They have lots of school stuff for kids. And I reviewed their PETG, and I had no problem with it. Then I got hold of a guy from Sunlu directly, and he sent me out their filament dryer and some PLA. Filament dryer I had no issues with. The their PLA, don't like it on what I reviewed. And then later I was contacted to be on one of their live streams for Sunlu, and I'm like, I can't go on the live stream because I didn't like their filament. I thought PETG was fine, but not their PLA. So I'm not going to be on the live stream. And then
Yeah.
the filament dryer debacle that's going on, a lot of people aren't receiving it and all that BS. So that's
The
kind of a shame.
two rolls of pages I've used pretty decent.
Never used it. I found a company too damn shady, so I'll never buy anything from them.
Yeah.
I won't buy any more, but I didn't know beforehand.
That's just shit. I mean, that's just beyond shady.
Was Sun Lu?
Yeah.
I'm an affiliate for them. I have been for about a month now since they sent me the filament, but I'm not posting their link anymore. When I get time, I'm going to go through all my YouTube channels, pick up that affiliate link. There's too much going on with them right now.
Tomorrow is the last September, so you got 8th September tomorrow.
Yeah, something's kind of shady. I mean, they all do it.
Stay tuned.
One and all of those. They all buy the filament, do a review, and we'll
All is pretty.
I'm checking on the static.
And they can remove your review if you buy it and they reimburse you. And because I've always thought about doing like get it, have them reimburse me, do the review, have them reimburse me, and then change my review and say this is a scam. They'll call Amazon, and Amazon will take your freaking review down.
Hey Jared, how you doing? One of my friends here in Las Vegas is just popped in chat.
Amazon is their reviews are a scam. It's pointless to even look at Amazon reviews.
Yeah, I posted a photo online on my Facebook group a while back. Jared came over to my house, and he's like this tall, and his girlfriend is about this tall. Came over to visit.
The only thing worse than Amazon is Wish.
Oh, I remember seeing that picture.
Yeah. Yeah, he just bought the new LG Saturn that came out, and he's been having a blast with it. I still got the Mars. I want to get the bigger Saturn. I want to get the money. I think, Jared, either you're at work now, Jared, or you're getting ready to go to work. I'm not sure which. Probably getting ready to go to work. He works out on the strip.
Yeah, I still buy from Amazon. I mean, it's too easy not to, but I'll look at the reviews, but I don't really trust them. If there's like 20%, that are in the 2s and 1 star, I'm going to guess it's probably more like 70%. The rest of them are all freaking scam reviews.
Let's see who's popping in here. Hey, Vince, how you doing?
It's Vince.
We just got a letter.
Oh, look, I got your address. Oh, wait, I already have it.
Yeah. I wonder who it's from.
Yeah.
All right. This is my official unboxing of a letter. Let's see what's in it. So, drum roll.
I don't have a drum roll button, okay.
Oh, I won't stand up. Damn it.
Hold
That
on,
is
I
nice.
got it in full screen. Cool.
I am now part of the club.
Look at you.
Wait a minute. What happened to everybody? Hold on. There we go. Awesome.
Okay, Jerry, everybody that's got one, let's hold it up.
Cool.
Hold on. Let's
just Beardy Face. It's like you got to send him one now.
There we go.
He's getting his. It's in the mail. It's just got a longer way to travel. Oh.
Old curmudgeon dropped out.
Llama,
Yeah.
a screen.
Angry poop cocky.
Pets is frozen.
Oh, Jared's driving to work. Okay.
And you're fading.
I gotta go anyways because Mom wants tea.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't make her own damn tea. She has everything she needs down there to do it.
Thank you very much for stopping by, Llama. I appreciate it. Everybody likes seeing you.
I might be back later. But I don't know when we're gonna stream. Isn't someone streaming tonight, Norman? Doesn't like roll on stream tonight or something?
I'm not sure. I'm on tomorrow night at 5. I've got Scott
Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 7:30. I think is Zolan's House of Wonders. Holy hiccups, Batman. Whew.
Anyway,
thank you, Llama. Take care.
see yous.
I got home just in time before it rained.
I wish it rained here. We ain't had rain here in God, I don't know, 8-9 months or longer. I need to find a cord so I can plug that printer in. If I can find something to unplug. Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, just playing around with some of the stuff I just got picked up today from auction.
Oh, you bought more stuff on your auction, you said?
Yeah, I like to get these mini keyboards that I can use with my Pis or with whatever.
Oh, cool.
I just got one that is a keyboard, but on the back side is a gaming controller. So it's kind of a 2-in-1.
Oh, that's cool.
Full Throttle Junkie, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm setting up a button or something to play music, and I don't have nothing at the moment, but I really appreciate that.
And then the other thing I also picked up today was a Pi 4 2 gig.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never tried a Pi 4. I got a bunch of Pi 3s. I've never tried before.
Yeah,
I got a big difference, you know?
I got it for like $20 out the door. And it works. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, we have Nellis Auction here in Vegas. They've only got one location. They used to have 3. Now they're out off behind the strip somewhere. They're in a busy part of town, put it that way. There used to be one not too far from my house, but they closed it up.
Yeah, the only thing I really need on it is put a case on it and put some heat sinks. But it appears to work fine. Nothing wrong with it.
You all right, Dan?
Oh, I got hiccups like crazy all of a sudden, and a massive case of heartburn that just kicked in.
Uh-oh.
Damn
Well,
it.
the good news, well, I was going to say the bad news, heartburn could be something else. Good news is because it's hiccups, I doubt it is.
Take 3 or 4 gulps of water, hold your breath. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever known that might work. Is there a medical thing that might help that, Vince, to stop it?
Yeah, it's called,
Take some aspirin.
it's called omeprazole. I take a bunch of them. This is my 3rd one today, so. When you take a handful of pills, it really messes up your stomach. So they make you take a pill to cut down the antacid. Whew. We'll see if we can get rid of them damn hiccups yet.
All righty, I'm going to turn the printer back on.
The Full Throttle Junkie, thank you. I don't know if Jerry already said thank you or not, but thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah.
Did he do his dance? Did he do his dance yet? There we go. All right.
Oh, Dan. Josh, Alien 3D, had a post on Twitter that part of his allotted time for the virtual Earth, he's going to show people from the community.
He said he didn't want to make that public. Yeah, he said he didn't want to make that public. He just wanted the few of us that got the message to know about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. Yeah,
anyway.
I got the message.
Too late.
Damn it. Oh, man, I can't stop these hiccups. They're pissing me off. Oh.
So I played some music in the background. I had my lights blinking, Dan. I had 4 different songs on.
Yeah.
And I edited 10 seconds down on one of them, and I sent it to him. So we'll see.
That's all you need to do, man. That's all you need. At some point, I'll do the same.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, me too. These hiccups suck.
All right, old curmudgeon. I appreciate you hanging out on video. Ouch. Got a cramp on my leg. Damn it. Ouch. We just want to hang out and chat. That's good. Chris Travis, hello.
Yeah, if you get enough people to donate up to $100 and Jerry will shave his head. Yep. I'm sure if we wait about a week, Jerry will shave his head. But I'm sure if anybody wants to donate, Jerry won't say no thing or won't say no.
Yeah, I need to shave the hair in my back, but I never get help from my roommate. Yeah, all the hair that used to be on my head is now on my back, and I never used to have hair on my back. As you get older, it grows out your nose and your ears and everywhere else. Yeah, Marcel, I'm not sure who has an echo.
I think it's Beardy Face, but I don't want to
Alrighty, I
single
just
him
turned
out.
it on.
I think you're right, but I don't know how to cure it.
That's all right.
Well, I was going to leave the
just
bed
playing.
unplugged and unplugged.
What did we do to the printer, Jerry?
I had a problem after I put in the easy board light in this particular printer. I went to heat up the bed a few days ago, and it kept resetting itself. The temperature was taking forever to climb, and then the printer reset itself. I turned it off, turned it back on, tried to do it again, it reset itself. So I was checking out some of my connections. I took off my extension kit, which was a ton of wires I didn't need. And I'm checking it out right now to see what's the work. I unplugged the bed. I don't have the bed plugged into the box. The aircraft connector disconnected. And I think I'm going to get a thermal runaway if I try to heat the bed with it not plugged in, but maybe it won't.
I can tell you it's not me because I keep muting myself.
I'll tell you what, though, this board is really quiet.
Yep, I got one in the older printer that's back here. This one here is the.
It's not real. It doesn't do all that no more.
Yeah.
Oh! And I got the easy ABL hooked up wrong. It just crashed into the bed. That was no good. I got a wire backwards. Yeah, completely pull the coupler apart. Well, at least the couplers work. Yep, I got one of my wires wrong. Oh, God. Yeah, I would pay not to see the hair on your back, yeah. That was Flight Sim 2000 you're playing, or 2020, whatever it's called? David?
Me?
Yeah, what was the name of that flight simulator you're playing?
No. That's actually Real Flight. So it's my RC flight simulator. It's made by it's Real Flight. So it has all the physics of regular RC flying. And I when I can't get to the field, I'll sit and fly on it, and it allows me to use my own radio. So I just plug my radio into it.
I bought it years ago that came with a radio you plug into your PC. I used to have a DX.
Yeah, this is
6i.
This is a DX9, and that's the one I fly the simulator with. And then I have I'm flying I've got two jetties, and I fly jetty now. And they're way out of the ballpark for most people. It's a super high end radio. It's got redundant 900 megahertz radios in them, and it has dual 2.4 gigahertz radios. So, but they're about $2,400 a piece.
Wow.
So they're not for the weak-hearted. You have to be serious about it if you're using them, unless you got money to burn.
Well, I guess you saved up your tips from the restaurant and was able to afford it.
Yes.
Oh, that was a cough, a hiccup, and a burp all at the same time. Ugh.
3D Medic Vince, Dan, Beardface, you have anything you want to talk about?
I'm just waiting to see if my buddy Mike shows up in chat there. He was messaging me. He had something he wanted me to look into. I figured if he shows up in chat, I'd bring it up and talk to everybody and see if anybody was interested in maybe assisting him. But he hasn't chimed in yet that he's here. So it's always better when the guy who's looking for some assistance down the road somewhere, or possibly looking for some assistance, is present and accounted for, so that this way any input that needs to be given can be given. There he is. As soon as I say it, there he is. So that's my buddy Mike that just popped into chat there. He's got a old school saw, and he needs a guard to go over the blade, but he's actually looking for one that's clear. And I know that, like we've all seen, you never get like perfectly clear with PLAs and PETGs. But he was wondering if I would take on the task of printing such a thing. Myself personally, I'm not really a designer. We all know that. I'm more of a mouth than a designer.
A safety guard for a saw, I would want it to be strong plastic, like you'd buy from the store or somewhere. I wouldn't want it to be printed where the blade might accidentally run through it a lot faster than normal.
Yeah. Kind of why I figured we'd make this a topic of conversation, something to talk about,
or whatever.
Put some old ideas out there, or put some ideas out there. It's kind of nice to get a group discussion on it,
What type of saw?
So, if you have a length of heated wire, you could take a piece of polycarbonate and bend it in the shape of a U. And then that U would sit over the top of the blade, and you could attach it on the back end with a piece of aluminum or something so that it rides out of the way. But the polycarbonate would be a good, that would be a good, safe alternative to a molded guard.
I have a steel table saw in the garage that has that plastic cover over it, which I took off and it's laying in a bin somewhere. I don't use it. It just gets in my way. It has that kickback feature on it, so the plywood don't kick back on you, but I don't even use it. And then when I'm done using the saw, I just crank the blade down under the table so it's not, you won't accidentally run something into it and cut your hand or something.
Yeah.
Is that the kind you're talking about, Mike?
That's what I do. I've got a big, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I know that polycarbonate is quite a bit more durable than plexi.
Well, can he find one on eBay? Look on eBay. Isn't there somebody selling one made for that, reasonable? Or Craigslist?
Might be.
Facebook, what's it called? Facebook Marketplace, there's OfferUp. You might be able to find one used for your saw for next to nothing.
Well, like you said, Jerry, a lot of guys just take them off.
Yeah, I don't use one.
I've got a big Delta Unisaw, and I took mine off.
Nobody's talking. Somebody say something. Chat. Somebody say something.
Sorry, hiccups and heartburn are kicking my ass. I'm just kind of hanging out down here in the corner.
I got the reading.
I'm going to grab a little bit more coffee.
So, yeah, it looks like whoever has the saw, Mike says, is if they don't have the guard. So I'm assuming that they want the guard though. So.
Ugh. OfferUp? No, they're not a scam. It's just like Craigslist. I bought a door for my room I'm enclosing off of OfferUp last week. It's just another way of calling another place like Marketplace. It's called OfferUp.
Still trying to figure out if I want to print this little baby Yoda pumpkin head.
You do. You made it. You want to print it.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to debate. Do I want just the regular pumpkin face head and then just the ears on the side, or do I want it the way I have it?
I don't know. Print both and see which one looks better.
That's what I'm trying to decide. Is what looks.
Well, that's why I say print them both and then see what you come up with. Because to be honest with you, the whole jack-o'-lantern with the Yoda ears kind of seems like it would probably be best.
Jerry?
That looks like it's a little off.
Yeah.
This is a Jetty.
Hold on, let me full screen you. Just a minute. Here you go. Oh wow, that looks expensive.
And this has a bunch of safety features. It won't allow me to arm my planes. I have to pull this out and up.
Uh-huh.
And it's talking. Did you hear it talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it.
Have a great flight.
Cool.
Your throttle or ignition is not armed. Not armed. Not armed. Ignition on. Ignition on. Ignition on.
Nice.
Have a great flight.
And then when you guys have you guys remember Boomhauer?
Yes, Jared. I am. We don't talk politics in the stream, but yeah,
okay.
I want to see what's going on.
Okay, so I'm going to turn my radio on.
Oh, wait, man, that ain't gonna work out, man. These little gals come around here, they get that flat apple, man.
That's my radio talking.
Cool.
Nice. That's what
we hear when it comes on.
Timer,
nice.
4 minutes, 59 seconds.
Yes. They're made in Czechoslovakia. The radios are. And they're top of the line. Pretty cool.
Hey, Jared,
we've got,
we're not going to talk about.
We've got several guys that, we had a special election in town today.
Okay. You okay, Dan?
So, no, I'm good. I was just going to say, I was sitting here. My wife posted this earlier. Apparently, my son said, "Fun fact: a human can bite through their finger, or can bite their finger off like a carrot, but their brain won't let them." She goes, "You know, the AF do these kids that learn at school?" And wise ass dad, I had to chime in with, well, it appears as though he's learned that the human jaw has the strength to bite one's finger or to bite off one's thumb, but one's own brain won't allow them to do so. And then as I read through, I come to find out that my neighbor across the street, she posted, and Jessie, that's her daughter, learned in school that your lips are made from the same skin that your butthole is. So think about that next time you kiss someone. So there's some extra knowledge for everyone tonight. Your jaw can bite your finger off, but your brain won't let it happen. And your lips are made from the same type or same skin as your rear end. So.
Okay, so you're saying if you wanted to bite off your own finger and you could tolerate the pain, you couldn't do it?
Well, I'm sure you probably could at that point, but I think it has something to do with the pain to the brain kind of a thing, where it's like you start and your brain's like, nope, that hurts, don't do that. So I don't know. I've never had a numb hand and a notion to want to bite a finger off.
Did you ever see the Did you ever see the movie Jack Reacher?
No, I haven't, but I do want to. And Mike,
That's season 1, season 2. That's Jack we're talking about on Amazon.
Yes, the first. Well, no, it's not a.
Yeah.
It's two movies. The first Jack Reacher, they want the guy to bite his fingers off, and he ends up being killed because his option is bite your fingers off or we're going to kill you, and he can't bite his fingers off.
So okay. Also, by the way, Mike, thanks for popping in and hanging out, bud. Hey, hopefully you hit that like button before you shot away. And everybody else, smash the like button. It always helps out. We all know that. Give it a little clicky click.
Did you get an answer to his saw?
No, I don't think he got like a definite answer. I know I'm sure he'll keep looking and I'll see. But yeah, 3D printing is one of those things. It's hard to want to say that's the way to go, Mike, when it comes to.
If you're still here, Mike, tell me what type of saw you have in a comment. I'll write it down. I'll research it and see if I can find one. Then I'll let Dan know about it and he can contact you.
Yeah.
So write down what you need a guard for, and I'll see if I can locate one online somewhere used.
Yep.
But personally, for something like that, I wouldn't print it. Not for something for safety like that.
Yeah.
That subject that we're not going to talk about, does that start at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock?
Well, it's 7 o'clock here, so it's an hour.
Because it's 5 o'clock here right now.
It's 8 o'clock.
So an hour from now, at 6 o'clock in Vegas, since it's 5 right now.
Hour from now.
All right. So I want to see what happens.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I do too. They say it's going to be like Super Bowl with the number of people that are watching.
Yeah, it says 8 p.m. Central is when it's supposed to kick off, because we're using football references. So,
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Central.
So.
It is going to be kind of funny considering some of the stuff I've been kind of overhearing. Yep. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care about politics.
So we had a special election here in town, and so I went to the polling school where the election was taking place, and it was very bizarre going into the polling place with people not understanding social distancing and not wearing masks, and they required a mask, so they gave you a mask, and then they gave you a pen, and they didn't want the pen back. So when you're filling out your ballot, typically you give the pen back, and they were handing out pens because they didn't want anybody touching the pen and passing that along. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I can imagine what it'd be like in the general. It'll be really bizarre.
Everybody's a ninja in 2020 and 2021.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of women wearing masks.
So you guys take the vaccine?
No.
Will you guys take the vaccine if it comes out?
I would only take it if I caught it and I thought it might save my life. I'm not going to take it just to be taking it. If I don't catch something, I'm not being tested or taking medicine. Because I don't like taking medicine anyway. We lost your camera.
The vaccine won't do you any good, though, if you've got it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to take it. No. I won't take it unless I have to take it.
Gotcha.
Okay, maybe after enough people take it over time and they prove there's no weird side effects, and that becomes a normal, eventually I would probably take it. But it's like a flu shot. I've never had a flu shot, and I'll never take one. I don't need one. I haven't had the flu since I've been a little kid, and I don't want to put something in my body if I don't have to. That's just my opinion.
And I got the flu really bad back when H1N1 was going around. And so since then, I've gotten a flu shot every year.
Okay.
2009, I think it was. Hey, my general manager just about died from it.
Your video keeps locking up on you, David Petzel.
Gentlemen, I'm going to be stepping out here for a little bit. If you're still streaming in a little bit, I'll pop back in, but I need to rest for a little bit. So,
all righty. Well, thank you guys. Dan. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Yeah, you guys have a good one.
See you later, Dan.
See you, Dan. I'm not moving around much, so when it looks like it's frozen, maybe it's just that I'm not moving.
Well, you're talking, but your mouth ain't moving. That was what I was thinking. It was a dead giveaway. And your mustache, if your mustache is like David's above you, he can talk without his mouth moving because you can't see his mouth. But your mustache. Anybody on Facebook or YouTube have any questions? Feel free to ask. That's why we're here. Hang out and talk to everybody out in on the internet, all over the world. I've got 11 people watching on YouTube and no one on Facebook currently. Non-fan, if you want to jump in, you're welcome.
So, Jerry.
Thank you, Jared. 6 o'clock.
Hey, Jerry.
Yes.
I was watching one of your live streams, and it was you had a problem with the distance from your router that was causing your print to fail.
No, that was on the SD card for the Easy Board, right? The file?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The computer I'm talking on right now, I've got a Cat 5, Cat 6 cable. It's plugged into it. It goes through a hub. It runs clear across the house, probably 75, 80 feet, to another bedroom where I have my modem and my main computer. When I kept compiling the firmware on Timothy's site in the cloud and downloading it here, I took the file, put on the SD card, the bin file, firmware.bin, put it in both printers, and they couldn't read it. Contacted tech after a few days of going back and forth trying things. The tech took that file in the cloud. It worked on his printers, no problem. It seen it and it booted it up. So I took that same file, I downloaded it on my main computer where my router sits onto a flash drive, put it in the printers, and it worked. So for some reason, when I downloaded that file where I'm standing right now, it appeared to be good, but the printers couldn't read it on the SD card. No idea why that happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That threw me a loop for a couple days, 2 or 3 days trying to figure that out. And of course, when I made a video, I just kind of crunched it down, you know. But
yeah.
So I usually tape a lot of footage,
like
watch it and chop it up.
But the firmware.bin file looked like it was complete and not corrupt on your individual memory cards.
Yeah, it looked fine. We got somebody else popping in here. How you doing?
Hey, I'm great. I am great. Quickly wanted to say again, thank you, because that link you sent me for the leveling, perfect, solved the issue.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I thought it would because I had the same problem. That Z for some reason just drops, and you try to re-level it, and the Z is dropping, and you don't know it. But that with running the firmware will keep it up when you level, and that'll fix it, and you'll be good to go. So just keep that file forever.
Yeah, I put it on an SD card and put it on the side, and I marked it so that way if I touch the printer, I then go and run that, level it, and then go about my business.
Hey, Jim Sellers, how you doing? Yeah, at the time that I did the video, I knew about the file, but I hadn't contacted Brian Vines to ask him if I could share it on my video also. That's why I didn't talk about it. So after the fact, that's why I posted it in the comments below. And I made a comment on my YouTube channel about it. So, but yeah, that'll solve the problem. Yeah, typically on a printer, you can unlock your steppers and you can, move your nozzle around without, turning on your power supply, back feeding it power, and you can level that way. But on that particular printer, the Z moves so easy, it drops down on you.
Yep. Yeah, I ran it and printed it fine. The print I did failed, but that's because I think it's the filament. I've never had any luck with this filament.
What brand?
I'm gonna.
I don't even know. Nova.
I haven't heard of it. What are your print temperatures?
Nova maker. I've just been. I mean, there was a cheap filament I bought, so I could just print out a bunch of different random stuff just to get going with the printer. Because I like using. What company was this? Polyflex by Polymaker.
Okay.
I'm having issues with that one too, but I think I need to change my Bowden tube and something with the extruder. I don't know.
I print almost all filament at 210 and 60, PETG 235 and 70, typically.
Yeah, I think with the PETG, I was at like 240. And then the PLA, I run between 200 and 215.
And as far as for cheap filament, everything I buy is $15.99 to $19.99. If I'm reviewing something that costs like $25 to $30 a roll, I usually got it free. But whenever I do a video, I always say where it came from and how I got it.
Yeah.
And then if you got a lot of humidity problems, like Jim Seller says, if you have wet filament, your layers will look terrible. It may not stick to the bed properly. You may need to dry it out. And if you're in a dry climate like I am, there's a chance you bought filament that could have too much moisture in it. And when they throw in desiccant, which isn't going to dry it out, it'll just keep more moisture from it absorbing more moisture that's in the air in the bag. But you might need to dry it out when you get it.
Yeah, well, what I normally do with my filament is when I get it, I open it, and I take all the desiccant pads that come with it, and I put it in a plastic tub when I'm not using it.
Okay.
With desiccant pads all in the bottom. But
yeah, Jim says he puts it in the oven for 8 hours at 140. I've never tried it in the oven.
That's not a bad idea.
But you don't want to get it too hot and melt your stink your house up.
Mm-hmm.
The dryer that you reviewed the other day, have you used it to dry filament?
I've done 4 or 5 rolls on it. I've done a couple rolls other than what I did on the video. I've done 4 or 5 rolls in it, and it seems to have dried it out. I haven't printed with all those rolls, but the dryer itself seems to be working properly. But then again, here in Vegas,
do you notice? Yeah.
A difference.
Do you notice when you have wet filament that it breaks easier?
I haven't really noticed, but yeah, I don't know what the reason is why some filament breaks over another, other than it's, I don't know. I presume that when filament is wet, it will be more brittle, and you need to dry it out. That's a presumption.
I'm going to grab some filament here real quick.
Hey, Jim Sellers, why don't you pop in? I'll post a link in case you want to.
But yeah, no, it's and it's been great having you guys here because I'm fairly new to this and I don't know anybody that 3D prints. Like motorcycles, I know a ton of people. I can be like, hey, I'm having an issue with this. And with the last, I've been doing this for since 2018. So I haven't had anybody I can talk with about it. Everyone else is like, "Oh, you 3D print?" Yeah. And then they ask me about it. I'm like, "I don't know. I just do it."
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Good. How about you guys?
Oh, pretty good. Did you catch
Awesome.
any of Timothy's stream about the problems he had with that board?
I watched a little bit of it, but his live stream died off.
Okay. Yeah, he was having trouble compiling too, and then he had to go in and turn off. I forget what in the hell it was he turned off in the video. What he turned off on the firmware, but then he was able to compile it after that. Something about the chip on their board was a 512 chip, but it was really 256, and it had too much something eating up memory. Something about I wrote it down, but I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, I remember mentioning that. But one way you guys can test your filament is what I like to do is I'll usually, like if it's PLA, I'll purge maybe 10 millimeters of it at, let's say, 30 degrees over recommended values, right? So an extremely hot end, just run 10 mil through it. If you hear any kind of popping, hissing, snapping, even the slightest hint where when the filament's purging, if you get a bubble, right, or if you get an inconsistency, that's 1000% humidity. I was actually just printing TPU this morning, brand new TPU out of the package, right, straight from Gizmodoors. Had humidity in it right out of the bat. So IC3D, some of the ABS I got, same thing. I had to put it in the oven to dry it out right out of the container. Just by doing a test about 20 degrees C over what. So if your PLA says 215, throw it through at 235. Any pops, snaps, anything else, you need to dry it.
Yeah, whenever I changed from PETG to PLA,
so I had some filament, brand new filament.
Go ahead.
So I had some brand new PLA and took it out. It printed perfect. It went down perfect. Layers were perfect. No snapping, no nothing, no popping. I let it sit. I've got all direct extruders on everything. I let the roll sit. And this is one day after I opened it. I let the filament sit in the above the printer where my spool normally sits. And when I went back to the printer the next day, it had snapped right about a foot from the top surface. So I went ahead and I took out the filament from the extruder, put the filament in it, ran perfect, ran all the prints I needed, let it sit again. Next day I go up, and you know how PLA sometimes when you kind of fold it in half, it just snaps, and that's really just old filament. Well, this filament was acting like that. It would just snap, but if I tried to run it through my print, it ran printer, and the film only, I had just opened it up and it was only 2 days old. So I noticed every time I ran a print and let it sit overnight, it would be broken. That filament would be broken.
Jerry,
Yeah,
the
honestly,
only thing I could think would be over extruding and running too hot. What do you guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say temperature.
So 3D ZYLTECH lately. I don't know if you guys use 3D ZYLTECH, but the 3D ZYLTECH PLA and the carbon fiber last couple of sets I got was really, really bad when it came to being printable. I couldn't even print a print without the stuff snapping on the board.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was running into. It would just snap on. It would just snap on the roll once I was done with a print. Let it sit overnight.
Yeah, I called 3D ZYLTECH.
It would just snap on the roll.
Yeah, get a hold of 3D ZYLTECH if that's who it was, because there was a large batch. I usually order like 5-10 rolls at a time. I got like 5 rolls of the carbon fiber, and all of it just kept snapping instantly. As you unroll it, snap right off the thing.
You're printing with a steel nozzle, all metal hot end on carbon fiber.
Actually using the Nozzle-X 3D.
Okay.
There's this one filament. I don't know what it is. Like I just randomly ordered it, and there's no label on it, no nothing. I know it's PLA. It says PLA, and it tells you your temperatures. That stuff has been great. Like that is, I don't know what it is to reorder it.
That's the thing. Crap shoot with PLA and stuff like sometimes you get it from China, it comes over. Well, it actually might be from a reputable manufacturer that made it a decent quality, but somebody just bought a bunch of off price and sold it.
Yeah, it says made in China right on it, but I've never had like every print I've done with it has come out flawlessly. Now this other stuff I have, it's brittle, it breaks. And no matter, I've ramped my temperatures up, tried to make a stronger print, but it started getting to the point where it was too hot and things would start warping.
E-Sun, yeah, I've never tried E-Sun yet.
I swear by Sun, I love it.
I'll have to hit them up and see if I can review
For PLS.
I go with the Overture twin packs. They're like Overture PPG is mostly what I sent for general projects. That stuff's like $36 for 2-pack. Legit. Xbox or Overture are probably my two go-tos for this general stuff.
What is it?
Overture, yeah, I've used Overture. This Duramic is incredible PETG as well.
Yep.
Let's go back to the question right here. What do you guys think that Jerry Key's asking? He has an Ender 5 and everything you print comes out squash. What do you think's causing this? I'd say over extrusion or temperature's too high. What do you think?
Yeah, I probably need to see like
the first layer is squashed.
Well, they sound like
thing.
Reading.
If it looks squashed, it's probably too much heat.
If you're slicing inside of a Prusa slicer, which I hope you are, go do a Google search for additive compensation.
Yeah, old curmudgeon, E-Sun and Cube. I've never tried either one of those brands.
I would say my question is, when you say squashed, if it's not printing height-wise to the right height, is there something obstructing or keeping it from raising like it's supposed to?
All right, guys, I gotta run. If you guys are still on when I get back, I'll hop back on.
All right, thank you for coming by. Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything. You've helped me out a lot. I really appreciate it.
Whenever you need it, you can always message me or jump in the stream. I'm always here to help everybody.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate that. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening.
Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. Jeff, you could have your E step set wrong on your Z.
E step.
I think it was Jerry.
Yeah, just like NobFam was saying, your steps might be incorrect on your Z stepper.
Jerry, if you're a member of my Facebook group, post a picture and ask a comment, and then somebody will look at your pictures, and by the pictures, everybody can tell you exactly what's wrong with it. 3D printing and painting, 3D HP over on Facebook if you're on Facebook.
You could also bring your nozzle down to 0 and then raise it 300 millimeters and then measure the nozzle height from the bed at 300 millimeters and see if your stepper motor steps is correct on your Z.
Yeah, a picture would help a ton, but there's no way to share a picture here unless you jumped into the screen and showed us what you're talking about. And you're welcome to do that if you want.
He could direct message you in Facebook.
Yeah. You can send me a message on Facebook, a picture, and I can show it, or you can jump in the screen. My name on Facebook is Jerry Knapp, K-N-A-P-P, J-E-R-R-Y. Yeah, Tim Hooglin, th3dstudio.com. He is going to have another live stream tomorrow. We answer people's questions. You can jump in there, ask a question, and if he sees it, he'll usually answer them most of the time. th3D Studios has a website, and then Tim Hooglin, one of the owners, has his own private channel too. Take care, Jim. Yeah, I'm going to be into this here in a minute. I want to go watch some TV and get a good laugh here in a little bit.
So I knew I had some Overture. Got a brand new roll of yellow. I had another spool somewhere.
Hey, Vince, what do you like about Overture?
Haven't used it yet.
Yeah,
I have so much fun.
name is Hooglin. Timothy Hooglin.
I have so much filament, but when I buy stuff, I get it from auction. So I just have. I would estimate I'm well over 60 rolls of filament, of which majority I haven't even opened up yet.
Wow.
Because I've got a subscription to Filament One, so that's 2 rolls a month. I've been doing Filament One since I think the second month that they started. So that's probably about 30 rolls right there. And then I've got just a mix of all kinds of stuff, but I've yet to use it because it's yellow. That was the color that it was, so I hadn't had anything that I wanted to print yellow yet. But I thought it was kind of cool that it come with a mat that I can't really use on most of my printers. I think I got a small one it might fit on. Little ruler. I thought I had a Pet G rolls floating around somewhere. But yeah, I got like tons of
that filament. The filament subscription. Do you get? Is that all new filament? I mean, is it just coming on the market filament?
No,
or do you get your choice?
It's PLA that they have in stock, and sometimes they'll have a new color that may come out, and you'll get it. Lately, the bags have been coming in nice little resealable foil bags, so you can reseal it, and you get 2 full rolls. You get an accessory, which it varies on what it is. Which was the ironic thing about it was one time I had a clogged nozzle, and this was before I bought extra nozzles for my Prusa. And one month the accessory was a 0.4 nozzle. Great, I needed it. I went to
let me interrupt you for a minute. Jerry Key, I just posted a link in the chat. Click on that. StreamYard will check your camera and your mic, and then you can beep in, and then I let you in the stream.
But last year I went to Earth, and my thermistor, I had a clog, or not a clog, I had a blob. I took out the thermistor, and Dave Randolph was there with his company, Print Solid, and I was able to buy a couple of thermistors for it, and I took up my Profi box to open up while I was there, so I hadn't opened it yet. When I opened it up, there was a thermistor. So it's a nice little subscription. You get really good filament. A lot of it's could be fancy stuff. I like this is a glint gray. So it's got like little sparkle looking flakes in it.
Yeah.
So several
That's
colors.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got some fancier colors. But yeah, I mean, I've just got so much. I haven't printed anything lately.
Printing with glitter, you rarely see layer lines when you print with glitter colors.
Oh, I know. It looks great. Like I've got see if this will show off a little bit. But Chris wore cocky.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't see layer lines unless you really look. But it comes
What
out.
resolution was that printed at?
Do what?
Was that printed at 0.1?
I don't remember what I printed it at.
This is 0.20.
But
here we go. We got Jerry dropping in right now. Hey Jerry, how you doing?
Very good.
Nice to meet you.
This is here
we go. We got Jerry dropping in right now. Hey Jerry, how you doing?
Very good.
Mute YouTube.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is Jerry dropping right now. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Mute YouTube.
Jerry, what does it look like in your slicer?
It looks fine in my slicer.
Jerry, YouTube. We've got StreamYard playing and we got YouTube playing in the background.
It looks fine in my slicer.
He'll be back. Yeah, it was square at the bottom and then it went round. So I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like a cube.
Well, it looked like it was printed and it was scrunched down like it did, like it was supposed to go the full height, but it didn't. So it was kind of compressed. Now it sounded like he said it looked fine in slicer.
Yeah, that's what I heard him say.
You there, Jerry?
I would still check the Z height in the slicer though.
Show us that print again, Jerry, and I'll put you full screen. Okay, we're square at the bottom and then it turns round, but I'm trying to figure out why it's round.
Like this is supposed to be a.
Is that supposed to be
That's the way it's made. It's just not high like it's supposed to be.
Hold it up higher so we can see it. Hold your hand up higher.
Almost looks like it's half the height.
Yeah.
Jerry, did you put a new stepper on your Z?
No.
That you've got a stock stepper on there?
Yep.
It looks like it's half. It looks like your steps are not correct on your Z. It looks like they're half what they should be. I think it's supposed to be 80, isn't it?
Well, so the question is, did you change anything on the printer? Because I know I changed out my Z rod on my Ender 5, and because I went to a one start pitch, it changed the number of steps per millimeter. So I had to double my steps. So did you change anything?
What kind of printer is it, Jerry? What printer is it, Jerry?
It's an Ender 5. Ender 5.
Yeah, we heard you. We're just thinking.
Yeah,
Everybody in chat's thinking. I'm
we're
not sure.
thinking.
Did you change anything on the printer?
I'm getting into my.
Can you check your settings to make sure that your Z steps are correct? That they didn't get changed? Because it
Have you
seems like it's
printed
only
anything else
it's only
after
printing
that
about
came
half the
out
height,
fine?
so it's not moving.
Have you printed any other models recently after that have came out fine? Is it just that one model that's screwing up on you?
Anything that I print comes out back.
Okay.
All your prints turn out that way?
Well, it's something simple. I'm just sure know what to say.
Well, if you can check his steps
His
on
steps
his Z.
on a Z. Yep.
What slicer are you using, Jerry? Jerry, what slicer? Cura? S3D? Jerry, what slicer are you using?
Jerry, are you using
Cura?
Cura.
Are you
You cut out Dave Petzel.
Jerry, are you using Octoprint?
Cura.
Have you changed your firmware at all?
Gotcha.
Yeah, straight out of the box, that printer should be printing perfect.
The only problem I had with my Ender 5 out of the box was my
Your Z at your.
Go ahead, Vince.
Your Z step should be 400.
I was gonna say my Ender 5 out of the box would print fine and everything, but whenever it stopped printing, then it would just start. The bed would start to drift down. So I ended up changing out the Z rod to a single start, but I had to up the steps to compensate for it.
What's your Z steps?
It's where the bar goes across.
Okay, but what do you have it set at? Is it at 400?
I don't know. I hadn't checked that.
My Z step, standard stepper, is 400 on Z, with the 80 pitch screw. And standard stepper, standard Crealper.
Yeah, so if he can get into the settings and see if it has it to where he can view the steps.
Are you on Facebook, Jerry?
Yes.
Post a picture in a couple groups that you're on and ask the question, and then you'll get a lot more people answer that might have the right answer, or can type in what you need to check if you haven't, if one of us hasn't answered it.
I'm not familiar with the 5 screen, but you should be able to bring up your stepper settings in your on your screen.
We lost him.
I think he might have been trying to get his. if he's using Octoprint, maybe he's, I don't know.
Yeah, he said he wasn't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've never seen a cube that turns into a cylinder. I haven't downloaded anything lately like that.
No, I've seen that one.
Back in the day, yeah, I've seen that a lot. If your steps are incorrect on your Z, it will only move your stepper that number of motion, that much movement per step. So if you've got it set incorrectly, it doesn't care what your slicer is saying. It's only going to move that number of steps per movement of the Z on your stepper. And I know when people go from a full size stepper to the mini steppers, the space savers, it's almost half. You have to change those steps. And a lot of the steppers that are high dollar are more accurate, and they require a different number of steps. And you typically can do just like your extruder. You move the Z up 300 millimeters, and then you measure it, and then you look at your Z-axis steps, and you can divide it to come up with a correct step amount. Or you can just use the default, which in the case of Creality is 80 on X, 80 on Y, and 400 on Z. And that's with an 80 pitch screw on your Z-axis. And needless to say, if you have a dual Z, it's still dual 80 pitch. So, but if you change the pitch, if you change the stepper, or if you change the firmware, they will all cause that problem.
All right. Well, that thing that I wanted to watch comes on in about 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to get off here. But I want to thank everybody who wanted to pop in and hang out, and everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much for coming by. And everybody here, have a great night.
All right.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
See you guys.
Thank you. I'll be live tomorrow night at 5 o'clock Pacific. Take care, everybody.
See you later, Dave.
Everybody have a great night. And